Okay, so we're currently staying at Saratoga Springs. It is Tuesday,
yes.
The 23rd of January, because days of the week do have a bit of relevance towards the bookings that we're about to talk about. So just to recap very quickly, we have a 3-week booking with the Walt Disney World Company at All Stars Music Resort. And then what we've done to kind of add a little spice and magic to our trip is we've booked a couple of extra nights with DVC Rental companies. We stayed at Animal Kingdom Lodge last night, which was Monday night,
yeah.
the 22nd, your birthday.
22nd.
And then tonight we are at Saratoga Springs, which is the Tuesday night. Like I say, when you're looking at DVC rentals, one, the prices can vary depending on the resort, the location of the room, the size of the room, but they do have a difference as well within days of the week, a bit like a hotel generally. So like weekends are more expensive than sort of midweek. So that's probably one of the reasons we've been able to snag such a bargain with the two that we've got. So we thought we would talk through kind of how this all came about and then where we booked, so that if anybody's interested, you would be able to see whether you can find some bargains too.
Yeah. So it's worth saying that you can actually book specific resorts and dates through these DVC rental companies if they're available, but that obviously is a lot more expensive. It will be cheaper than going to, say, a deluxe resort, but it's not going to save you any money going to Disney versus staying at, say, All Stars or Pop Century. But it will probably save you if you're going to stay at Yacht and Beach or the Contemporary, Boardwalk or Animal Kingdom Lodge. It will be cheaper to do it, possibly, depending on what other deals you get. So if you get the meal plan or things like that, then it might break even. But we are not talking about that way of doing it. We're talking about last minute confirmed reservations.
Yeah, so the difference is you can, like Alistair says, you can book like in a normal process, like through the Walt Disney World Company, you can make a normal booking. But with DVC rental companies, you can book, like you say, you can say, I want to book from the 1st to the 5th of January and I would like to stay at Old Key West, and they will quote you on what the points system is quoting for that period. And then they will find somebody that is looking to rent their points for that period of time, and they will then make the specific booking that you are after. But again, that's all on availability. But what we were trying to do was, we didn't really have any set plans. So within the 3 weeks, we hadn't got any days that we specifically wanted to stay anywhere, or we didn't have any specific reservations at even restaurants or anything. It was all very wide open for us to be able to book a hotel at any given time. So a couple of months before our trip, we started looking at the DVC rental sites, the different ones, which we'll talk about in a minute. And they will say, like, for example, on the 10th of January, there is a room at Bay Lake at the Contemporary Resort. It is a lake view and it's this price, and it's basically set. And then you kind of just say you're interested, and then they'll go through the process with you. But we've found through doing that the closer we've left it to the day,
the less options are available. But generally, because it's a confirmed reservation, rather than lose it,
people are willing to
accept a lower price for it. So we kind of did two. One we did about 2 weeks before we came out here. So I think it was actually New Year's Eve or something.
Yeah, it was around
New Year's. We booked it, which was the one we're at just now at Saratoga Springs. So when we booked that one, it was quoting $182.
That's
including
total.
The tax, so total that we paid was $182 for what they call a deluxe studio lake view room, which is where we are just now. You can see the room tour video that we'll put in the description below. So we booked that one through a company called DVC Rental Store. So there's loads of these, but we just happened to use DVC Rental Store for that one because we did a Google search and it popped up.
Basically, we were watching various different DVC rental sites, and the two that we're going to talk about are the two that we ended up booking with because they had the deal that we felt was right for us.
Yes. So that one we booked in advance. With them, they basically, quite simple, you fill the form in and then an hour later someone got back to us via email saying yes, it's still available, if this is the price, let us know if you want to proceed. We will send you the contract and then you can pay. So they send you through a contract to sign, then you get a link to pay for it. And then it was the next morning, I got an email with the reservation number, because they have to go contact the person who has the confirmed reservation and get them to change the names to your names so that you can check in. So that's what we did for this one. For the Animal Kingdom one, when we looked, they were all quite expensive. They were all $400, $500, $600 a night for Savannah view, or even just the pool view or car park view that they have over there. But on Saturday morning,
yes.
So what was that, the 20th, we noticed this one, which was the Savannah view, same as this, so a studio, so it can sleep up to 4 people, but bed and a sofa bed basically. Yeah. So the Savannah view that you will also see if you've watched the vlogs or the room tour video that we've got. So that one, booking on Saturday morning, was $203 in total for one night.
Yeah.
So that was checking in on the 22nd. So we put it through, paid immediately with that particular company we used. So I think that was DVC Shop Rentals we used for that one, if I can read my writing properly. The links we'll put below anyway. But that one, you clicked on it, you put your credit card details in. I use PayPal
just to be safe.
Just to be safe. And they came back saying we will confirm the reservation. So
that one was a little slower coming back, wasn't it? But we think that might have just been to do with our timing, the fact that we did it like
Saturday morning.
Yeah, mid-morning, wasn't it? So whether they then, like you said with the other one, have to go to somebody before they come back to you and everything. So, and then obviously Sunday was then the next day. So we didn't hear back that it was all fully sorted and everything until Monday morning. But both were really smooth processes. Like we've had no problems. They've linked to our
so
Disney experience
with both of them. The one we did for Animal Kingdom, we got the email from the company confirming it at about 9 or 10 in the morning on Monday, where we were at Hollywood having Starbucks. Yeah. And then you basically, to avoid having to go to reception because you're checking in as a guest of someone, what you're supposed to do is basically use the online check-in. So you link it to your My Disney Experience account, which is easy enough, and then it pops up. You click online check-in, you put in credit card details, hit OK, and then basically about 3:30 it's been for both of us these times, but anyway between 3:30 and 4 o'clock you should get an email and a notification in the My Disney Experience app that your room's ready with the room number and building location, and you can just basically go directly to the room. So if you're driving, the security guard at the gate will basically essentially check you in on his little tablet or her little tablet. If you're arriving on the buses, then I guess you can just go straight to your room, which is what we did at All Stars. We just went straight to the room. Go straight to the room, tap your magic band, may or may not work. If not, use your phone to unlock the door, and simple as that.
Our magic bands have worked, by the way, for both rooms. We've had no problems. It's been really smooth, hasn't it?
Yeah.
And it was really, it's fallen quite nice within our holiday, because this is like the midpoint, like we're halfway through, so it's just kind of breaking up the 3-week trip so that we're not just at All Stars for the full length. But it was worth shopping around. I think that's probably the best advice that we could give. And
if
again,
you are going and you want to try one of these and you're not really fussed about the day or whatever, or if you just stay wherever you've currently got booked, then checking for the last minute ones, of the confirmed ones, it seems is a good idea, especially at quiet times of the year. I'm not saying you'll get them in the summer.
Time of
year, there is quite a few.
We had some options, didn't we? And again, it depends on budgets and things like that, because there were obviously a couple for like the Grand Floridian, the Polynesian and things like that, but I mean, some of them were like thousands of pounds, but for like 2 or 3 days, but they're also for the bigger DVC rooms, so you can get like 2-bedroom apartments that sleep, must be like 6
or 8 people.
Yeah. So again, if you're splitting that cost, it will make a difference. So there's loads of different ways that you can do it and everything, but this just was a good way that kind of worked for us to get a bit of a bargain, particularly with the Animal Kingdom one. And it was really nice to have the balcony looking out on the Savannah last night and just chilling out. And we also, this is a little bit of an extra kind of bonus, both stays that we've happened to booked have fallen on nights where we will get access to the deluxe resort extra hours. So last night we were at Animal Kingdom Lodge and Epcot had the extra magic hours for deluxe guests, so we got to stay until 11 and it was really quiet, so we got on some good rides then. And then tomorrow night, so we check out tomorrow and we were 90% confident that we should be able to go into the Magic Kingdom, because although we've checked out, we've stayed yesterday.
And it still shows as being, because it's currently still showing us as being at Animal Kingdom.
So that we should be able to go into the Magic Kingdom for extra magic hours, which is until midnight.
Yes.
But
we're going to check before we go. But let's just join the queue for Tron at 6 p.m.
Yeah, we know.
Working. We're not going to go over unnecessarily.
No, or we'll ask at reception if we're unsure. But if you, at the minute, they're doing after dark parties, which is $100 and something for, again, a limited number of guests, which I'm sure is a more limited number than the deluxe resort guests. And you get like extra, I'm going to say free popcorn and like Mickey premium bars and everything, but it's obviously included in the ticket price. But that's $100 and something. So if we'd have gone to one of those, that's kind of the same. Well, it was cheaper for us to stay.
For two of us, it would have cost us more than the room. So
we're getting kind of that. So that was kind of another way that we looked for us for budgeting and everything. If we were going to do that, well, we've had a nice night and we've got some extra hours in the park where it's a little bit quieter.
Yeah. All right.
If you've got any questions, just drop them below. We'll definitely come back and answer as best we can on our experience, because this is the first time that we've done it. So we're by no means experts, but it seems to have gone really smoothly. And
we've had no problem.
Yeah, we've really enjoyed it. So it's definitely worth looking into, I think.
Yeah, and we'll stick the links below for the two sites that we've used. But as I said, there are loads of them. Just Google. Make sure it looks reputable before you hand it over.
A lot of people recommend, I think it's Dave's DVC Rentals for people that we like to follow and talk to on Instagram and things like that. But that was what I was going to say. It was what we were watching, but it just didn't fall right with what we were looking for. So, but it was one that we were watching. So there was a few that looked good. Anyway, thanks for watching, everyone. If you've enjoyed it, please like and subscribe.
Till next time.
Bye.